I think we need to be honest, at least in the short and medium term, and realize that the ability of government to steer this country into development is limited in terms of spending, and its best option is to spend a lot of time on business environment reform and invite private sector investment into these areas. Why was Nigeria successful in the pre-oil period? It was diversification, dynamism in trading sector, and diversity of export base. Look at rubber, cocoa, palm oil, ivory, hides, palm kernels, groundnuts, cotton, tin ore, and so on. Because diversity meant the country was less vulnerable to terms of trade shock, driven by only one export. And for those of us in our generation, those of us who have grown up in the oil period, we've suffered, I think, on about 3 or 4 occasions now, this boom and bust that's come to the price of oil. We have seen highs and lows. We've seen friends who have become multimillionaires and paupers. We have seen people who sent their children abroad to school only to bring them back. We were growing, but we did not diversify. That's one. And that explains the huge levels of poverty in the country. It explains the huge levels of inequality in the country. It explains the vulnerability of the economy to shocks in terms of trade. It also explains the relatively slow pace of growth, because when we started, when Malaysia started, it started from a GDP per capita level lower than Nigeria's GDP per capita in 1985. It started from $310 to over $4,000. We've started from $345 to $2,055. And now when you add inflation and add devaluation, and begin to look at purchasing power parity, the GDP per capita numbers actually look inflated.